the AI part of our product is all about crunching data. We collect a lot of data as part of the Aurora process, and it takes a human quite a long time to process all of that. It comes from lots of different sources. So we're using AI to lower the cost of our service, which means that it can be of benefit to more trusts. What we really want to do is help as many trusts benefit from it as possible.
We've got an AI assistant deployed across the trust, which is askkira.com, which for transparency I did co-found with hundreds of people that work within education for a values-driven AI solution. But we also deploy other AI products across the trust. We use Steve for video creation, we use Otter for clerking services. Anything that we can deploy across the trust which helps with workload and well-being for staff. But we're also involved in 3 big action research projects on a combinational front, looking at improving reading for the bottom 20% of readers, improving writing stamina for the for children in Key Stage 2 in particular, and in terms of language acquisition and cognitive development as well of children, particularly in the early years. And those combinational approaches take technology that exists that's not AI technology and combines it with AI technology in order to make it much more powerful than it would be in the absence of both.
I think the main area that we're really proud of is how we're using it to support our users to better use the MIS. So the MIS is a huge platform and it takes hours of training to master the use of Arbor. And we're using AI to kind of help users to get more quickly to the answer when they're a bit stuck in using the system. And that's working really well. And we can see how we're learning from the kind of questions that users ask, like, how do I do X? How do I build a report? That's working really well. We're also using it to look at kind of faster code development and in areas like managing our day. So I use it to kind of draft emails and track messages and that kind of thing to just kind of take some of the workload off my plate.
We do use AI in the back office of our business somewhat. First of all, our developers and coders all have access to and use AI tools. Not quite as much as you hear some people claiming sometimes. It is a growing part of I think, the development process. But again, there are quality control risks of rushing to sort of delegate almost too much of that to AI. It's much more of a co-pilot than a sort of a working for you, at least right now. And then just in terms of administration, we do work to create templates for past papers or assessments, that kind of thing. And AI is really good at that. You can throw it a paper and say, or a specification and say, give me a template for this. And large language models will do a pretty good job of that. So it's definitely helping us with administrative functions. I wouldn't say transforming yet, but definitely helping.
We use AI in our business a lot around staff development in particular. So using tools that can show best practice, how we cascade that down to our staff so that everyone can access what best looks like. And then also across a lot of our operational tools. And we actually use our own product. So in our finance system, we get a lot of efficiencies around automations through AI as well.
So I think it's the engineering teams that have probably seen the most impact. I mean, our engineers use AI constantly in how they write code, and they say that's transformed their productivity. I think in the other areas of business, it's still early days. There haven't been those kind of really effective co-pilots that just help them do their job. And so it's the engineers that have seen a massive shift.
Within our company, we started to use AI before even introducing it in the products. I think it goes in all parts of the business, and everything from, on the marketing side, how we analyze data and experiments, how we write the copywriting for advertisements and things like that, into product development to generate content for the products, to do coding and programming in more efficient ways. We use it in communication to write communication messages, press releases, translations and so on. So it has definitely made us more productive. It has made it easier to work across different languages and so on. And we don't need to have maybe a copywriter, for instance, in some cases.
So we use in our company, we do it for our marketing. We also do it for writing out our blogs and posts. We're constantly utilizing AI because the amount of efficiencies you can get are amazing. So it does depend on how the level of prompts. It does depend on also things like, have you personalized it? So, it sort of gets you 80% of the way there. But can you imagine if I said to any company, I'll give you 80% of your time back? And I think that's really, really important. And that's what we're trying to do with Christmas AI, yeah, for sure.